Hello friends, Intuitive Rene here, bringing you your November 2022 TarotScopes. It is mind-blowing that this is where we're at, and I have this deep sense of urgency that I can't seem to shift and I can't seem to shake. I've been paying attention over the last couple of days to conversations that I've had with clients, messages that have come through from Spirit when I'm having my consults with clients. And there's definitely the sense of urgency. There's definitely the sense of we need to hurry up, we need to hurry up, we need to hurry up. Now, it's interesting because I sort of check in with Spirit and say, hurry up with what? Like, what are you specifically referencing, or what are you specifically wanting us to do? And the message that keeps coming through is that we momentum is picking up. Okay, we are moving towards a whole new reality. We are moving into very much unknown territory, and I know the future is unknown territory. The future is something we've not experienced or done before, but it's almost like we have been prepared for something big, for something major that is going to take place, a huge shift that is going to happen. And we have a lot of work to do individually and collectively. We have, and this is why Spirit keeps saying, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, the sense of urgency that's coming through. Because if we don't get our ducks in a row, if we don't sort ourselves out, if we don't allow ourselves to have the understandings that we need to have, we're limiting and restricting ourselves in all we are and all that we do. So when I connect with Spirit and I get the sense of urgency that keeps coming through, it's almost like Spirit to say, we have to do the work. We have to look within. We have to, each one of us have to work on ourselves. Let's stop looking at other people. Let's stop judging other people. Let's stop being critical of other people and what they're doing and how they're doing it. And let's all internalize and let's focus on our own selves and ask ourselves, are you happy with who you are? Have you done the work that you needed to do? Have you processed your trauma, your pain, your hurt from the past? Are you in a place of happiness right now? Are you excited about your future? I mean, these are a lot of questions, and I'm sure a lot of you are going, no, 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 no. And this is the work that needs to be done. We need to get ourselves in a place where we are comfortable, where we are happy, where we are burden-free. Now, let's be completely honest. None of us could ever be burden-free. None of us could ever actually get ourselves into that place where we don't have a worry or a stress, because life is tough, life is hard. But our outlook is shifting. The way that we are perceiving life is shifting. The way that we are behaving and what matters is shifting. But if we're staying in old regimes and old processes, old methods and old systems, we can't progress. So when the sense of urgency comes through, it's like Spirit is saying, it's time to do an upgrade. It's time for you to adjust your methods, your processes, all of those kind of things in order to be fully aligned with the new reality that's coming through for us. I have, on again, so many occasions heard from Spirit that 2023 is going to be massive. 2023 is the reason why we've had the last couple of years that we've had. 2023 is going to just, the way we enter and the way we exit are going to be so radically far apart from each other. I can't actually even put it into words, but we need to understand that it's time to process, to heal, to deal, to unwind, to unpack, to just not carry any of those stresses into the new year. We need to make sure that when we go into 2023, that we are going in ready, open, transparent, excited, enthusiastic, motivated, but we need to leave the past behind because it doesn't serve us anymore. It doesn't serve us any purpose or any function. So very, very interesting. Friends, you're here for your November 2022 TarotScope. So I record this intro. Everybody gets the same intro. So I record the intro once, then I switch the camera around and I give you for a particular zodiac. I just want to show you what cards I'm going to be working with for our TarotScopes this month. My tarot deck of choice is this amazing CS Tarot. CS Tarot is one of my all-time absolute favorite go-to decks. It is what I refer to as my go-to, but it's because it's the original simplified Rider-Waite-Smith tarot. It's like me going back to basics. It's like getting rid of all other people's expectations or other people's ideas or other people's ideals, and just getting back to the core of what tarot is all about. So, and that's why I thought it was so appropriate to use it this month, because this deck speaks the truth that we need to hear. So I'm going to use that CS Tarot for us today. And the Oracle deck that I'm going to work with is the Wisdom of the Oracle. So Wisdom of the Oracle is another very simple Oracle deck. Again, one that carries such strong truth. One that's images are pretty and beautiful, but its messages just sort of get rid of all the clutter, get rid of all the gumph, and just get straight to the point. And that's what I'm looking for. I'm going to stick to the same format as I used last month, because it's to the point, it's direct. There's not an excess amount of waffle. So the messages may be fairly short. The messages will be surely to the point, and I'm hoping it gives you whatever guidance you need to do the work that you need to do, so that you can clear yourself of burdens and baggage and drama and chaos. As we get closer to 2023, our heart spaces become more open, our minds become more open, and our souls are just ready for whatever the next year has to bring. So friends, I'm going to switch the camera around and let's get started. Right, Capricorn, let's get into your reading and see what the month of November has in store for you. We're going to start with this card over here, which is going to give you the theme for the month ahead. So what is the theme for November for all Capricorn energies? Let's have a look. Time for a nap. Oh my gosh, I have to chuckle. And I have to chuckle. My daughter is a Capricorn and she is forever napping. And there is the little fox taking a nap in the crescent moon. Isn't that just gorgeous? You know what? I'm going to say to you, I'm hearing from Spirit around time for a nap. It's about not pushing yourself into doing anything more than you absolutely have to. It's about understanding that there is a give and a take in life. And we can't just be switched on all the time. We can't just be go, 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 go all the time. That, life is about, it's about balance, isn't it? It's about understanding that sometimes we need to push and sometimes we need to pull back, and sometimes we need to do nothing and sometimes we need to rest. I do think as well, I mean, we haven't even looked at the tarot, we haven't even looked at the other oracle card, but just when I look at that, I get a sense of exhaustion. I get a sense of, it's been a long, hard couple of months, couple of weeks, whatever it may be. And right now it's about recharging batteries, but it's about recharging our batteries so that we have the energy reserves necessary for the push that's coming. So going back to the intro and what I was explaining about, all these shifts and changes that are coming through, it's about not pushing yourself and not allowing yourself to completely deplete all your energy, but it's about finding that balance and allowing yourself now this month to recharge, to replenish, to rejuvenate your own energy, so that when you need to push, when you need to go, when you need to respond and react, you can quickly and easily. So I like that for the theme for the month ahead. All right, so Capricorn, we're going to look at our first tarot card, and this is the card that's going to describe the lessons that you've already been through over the last couple of days, the last couple of weeks, or the last couple of months. All the experiences that you've had, all the things that have happened to you, what has been like the overall lesson for you in all of the past few days, weeks, and months. And yeah, you see, there's the burdens, there's the hardship, there's the struggle, there's the difficulties. Here we've got the 10 of Wands. And you can see he's struggling. He's carrying a burden that is so awkward and so uncomfortable. He's trying to move forward. He's trying to continue on his journey. But at any moment, he's just going to collapse. He's just going to drop all of these sticks and it's just going to be mayhem, okay? So this is confirming why it is time for a nap. It's confirming that you've been through burden after burden, struggle after struggle, difficulty after difficulty. And it's been like continuous. It's been repetitive. It's been continuous. It's been ongoing. So right now, your energy reserves are very low. So you're no good to anybody if you've got no energy. You're no good to anybody, to yourself most importantly, if your battery is flat. So sometimes we have to just stop. We need to let the chaos happen. We need to let the tragedy and the disaster and all the stuff happen around us. While we just gather our breath, while we just pick ourselves up, while we just replenish our energies. So the lesson for you here is on how strong you are, how capable you are, how much you can actually do. Because even though it's been hard, even though it's been difficult, even though it's been impossible, you've made it through. achieved so much, you've made it through so much, okay? And that is all to be celebrated. That is all to be acknowledged. So it's about understanding how much you can handle. But now it's about understanding, I don't want to handle anymore. I can't handle anymore. It's time for a timeout while I replenish my energies by taking a nap. I love it. Capricorn, I'm coming back to that card right at the end. Let's come down here to this one. Here we have, looking at the specifics of the month of November, what is something you need to avoid during the month of November? So at all costs, what should you be avoiding this month? And it's the King of Cups. It's about holding the emotions together, okay? You need to avoid that. You need to avoid trying to be emotionally secure and stable. You need to, like, if you're having a bad day, have a bad day. If you need to scream and shout and perform, scream, shout and perform. Don't hold back, okay? No holding back. King of Cups is somebody who's very in control of his emotions. Like, he understands how to use them and how they work, and and he's got them very much controlled and ordered, and there's a box and a label and a drawer for everything. And this is what you need to avoid. So you need to avoid trying to keep it together for the sake of everybody else, for the sake of other people in other situations. Avoid that because you're exhausted. You're exhausted. Your energy levels are flat. So avoid trying to hold it all together. Avoid trying to be so superhuman when it comes to your emotions. Just release and just be okay with all of that. All right. What should you be embracing, Capricorn? Let's have a look. What should you be embracing during the month ahead? And here we have got the Six of Pentacles. So to me, this is like a little bit of conflict, all right? So because the Six of Pentacles is about helping others. It's about being a support for others. It's about giving to others whatever it is that you have in excess, okay? So it's about understanding that other people want whatever it is that you have. And if you have the ability to share, you should be sharing. But this is something that you need to embrace. It doesn't mean it's something you have to do. It's about understanding that you will always have, and I think this is the actual message, that you will always have people relying on you. You will always have people with their hand out saying, give, give, give. Whatever it is that you have, whatever it is that's going in your life, you're always going to have those people who want you to just give to them. Whenever this card comes up in a reading, though, I'm always reminded of the Bible story that says, give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. So maybe this is why you've been so burdened and so exhausted, because you do everything for everyone all the time. And maybe you need to stop the doing and you need to get yourself more into a situation of being supportive enough for them to be able to do things for themselves. And maybe that's where the lesson is. So embrace the fact that you will always be that person to help others. You will always be that person who supports and is kind and is generous, because it's in your blood. It's who you are. But understand that maybe you need to stop doing it in the way that you have and just change it and tweak a little bit so that it's not so much stress on you, that it's not sapping all your energy all the time. Okay. I hope that message makes sense. It does to me. All right. So Capricorn, now we've already said that we're not going to put our energy into controlling our emotions, into controlling our thoughts, into controlling our emotional self. If we're feeling angry, we're going to feel angry. If we're feeling happy, we're going to feel happy. We're not going to try and be perfect emotional beings. This next card is what you should be pursuing during the month of November. So where should you be putting your energy? Where should you be putting all your attention? And here we have the King of Pentacles. I love that we've got these two kings coming through. I love that. So King of Pentacles, he's very practical. He's very down to earth. He's very Capricorn, okay? But he's very much in control of himself, of his environment, of his circumstance. He knows exactly his worth. He knows exactly what he can do, what he can't do, what he should do, what he shouldn't do. He's very much got it all together, okay? And Capricorn, this is where you should be putting your energy, is focusing on you. Focusing on your needs, wants, and desires, and not the needs, wants, and desires of other people or your emotions. It's about being honest. It's about being real. It's about being practical with yourself around all that you are and all that you've been through. Understanding that we are building up towards a big change in this universe, that everything is shifting, everything is different, nothing is staying the same as it used to be. And you've got to pay attention to yourself. You've got to put you first. And only once you are rested, and only once you are more comfortable can you start sharing with others and worrying about other people. But in the meantime, we need to become a little bit more self-centered. And I know that has such a negative connotation, and I don't mean it in a negative way at all, because it's just about prioritizing you first. And that's not a bad thing. It's really not a bad thing. Okay. So Capricorn, we have got one card left, and this card is just additional information that Spirit need me to share with you. So anything that maybe I didn't pick up on, anything that maybe I didn't mention, or just to drive a message home. Let's see, additional information from, oh gosh, another king. Can you believe it? 3 kings is very significant. So let's just talk about that for a brief second here. So Capricorn, king energy is very leadership, powerful, assertive, dominant. That is a king energy. A king is the person who issues out the instructions, comes up with the strategy, comes out with the plans, executes them, and watches it all being executed. The king doesn't necessarily get directly involved unless you're the king of wands, which is the one king you don't have. The king of wands, he's like in there with the people, and he's, rolling up his sleeves and getting his hands dirty. The 3 kings that you've chosen here are kings that are all about the strategy, all about the resources, and all about the emotions. And this is who you need to be, because giving and giving and giving and giving and giving of yourself, doing for others all the time, is getting you nowhere. And it's causing, I don't want to say it's causing trouble for you, but it's causing trouble for you. So this is Spirit saying to you, you need to start taking control of your life. You need to not always give your power away to other people. You need to be holding on to your power. And if you want to take it easy this month, and if you want to nap, and if you want to rest, and if you want to recharge so that you can be the powerful leader that you need to be, then so be it. And don't let anyone take that away from you. Okay, I love that. Absolutely love that. So Capricorn, we have just one card left, and it is an oracle card that's going to give us a little bit of guidance as to what's coming up next for you. What is next? Where is all of this going? What's it leading to? And here we have, imagine. I'm not going to sing to you, but I'm hearing John Lennon's song in my head. I nearly did start singing, but I promise I won't ever do that to you, because I can't. So imagine, just Google the song John Lennon, Imagine. And I think that is exactly what Spirit is saying. If you can imagine it, it's real. You can make it real. If you can believe it, if you can imagine it, if you can hold on to that inside of you, you can make it real. So your life is changing, Capricorn, for the positive. There's so much that you have control over, okay? And you need to be in that position. But let's just reel ourselves in a little bit. Let's take a nap. Let's replenish. Let's look after ourselves. Let's not always give our last ounce of energy to anybody who's asking. Let's be cautious and thoughtful around what we do, how we do it, who you do it for, who you do it with, and let's just imagine a world where you don't have to try so hard. I hope you enjoyed your message. I hope this reading resonates with you, Capricorn, and I hope it guides you and helps you through the month of November. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for your love and support. And as always, with love and blessings, from my heart to yours. And until we connect again, take care.